Today is November 5th. It's voting day, election day. So hopefully everybody went out to vote. If you haven't already, go later on today, get your voice heard. But since it's this day, we're voting for presidents, um, I thought I'd go through different quotes from the presidents, all the presidents. I got two different ones. I got one inspirational quote and then one funny out of the box kind of quote. So I'm going to go from the oldest to the newest. So George Washington, his inspirational quote that I found: "Associate yourself with men of good quality, if you esteem your own reputation. For 'tis better to be alone than be in bad company." The off-wall one there is: "Gentlemen, you will permit me to put on my spectacles, for I have grown not only gray, but almost blind in the service of my country." John Adams: "To be good and to do good is all we have to do." He also said, "The happiness of society is the end of government." Uh, Thomas Jefferson: "Nothing can stop the man with the right mental attitude from achieving his goal. Nothing on earth can help the man with the wrong mental attitude." He also said, "He who knows best knows how little he knows." James Madison: "The circulation of confidence is better than the circulation of money." That's pretty good. Also, all men have power. Oh, sorry. All men having power ought to be distrusted to a certain. Oh my goodness. All men having power ought to be distrusted to a certain degree. James Monroe: "It is by a thorough knowledge of the whole subject that people are enabled to judge correctly of the past and to give a proper direction of the future or to the future." James also said, "A little flattery will support a man through great fatigue." Um, John Quincy Adams: "If your actions do more and become more, you are a leader." He also said, "Wherever there is interest and power to do wrong, wrong will generally be done." Andrew Jackson: "Any man worth his salt will stick up for what he believes is right. But it takes a slightly better man to acknowledge instantly and without reservation that he is in error." Andrew Jackson also said, "There's no pleasure in having nothing to do. The fun is having lots to do and nothing and not doing it." Martin Van Buren said, "It is easier to do a job right than explain why you didn't." He also said, "Between Russia and the United States, sentiments of good will continue to be mutually cherished." William Henry Harrison. Again, I haven't seen a lot of these quotes before, so I just thought, hey, I'll go find some quotes. So these are quotes from all the past presidents up to now. William Henry Harrison: "Times change and we change with them." He also said, "To Englishmen, life is a topic, not an activity." Hello, Arizona. See you out there. See some other people saying hi as well. Hello. John Tyler: "I can never consent to being dictated to." James K. Polk: "The gratitude should be commensurate with the boundless blessings which we enjoy." He also said, "I am heartily rejoiced that my term is near its close. I will soon cease to be a servant and will become sovereign." Interesting. Zachary Taylor: "I have always done my duty. I am ready to die. My only regret is for my friends I leave behind." That's powerful. He also said, "In no case can I permit myself to be a candidate of any party or yield myself to any party schemes." Uh, Millard Fillmore: "An honest defeat is better than a dishonorable victory." He also said, "My God, save the country, for it is evident that the people will not." Franklin Pierce: "While men inhabiting different parts of this vast continent cannot be expected to hold the same opinions, they can unite in a common objective and sustain common principles." That's good. We all don't believe the same thing. We don't all follow the same thing, but we can all be having the same common objective and common principles. Franklin Pierce also said, frequently, the more trifling the subject, the more animated and protracted the discussion. James Buchanan said, the test of leadership is not to put greatness in humanity, but to elicit it, for the greatness is already there. He also said, I am the last president of the United States, which is definitely not true. Next, we got a great man, Abraham Lincoln. Like that man, I must get to know him better. So there we go, man. You don't like someone, get to know them better. Figure out what they like. He also said the ballot is stronger than the bullet. Andrew Johnson. If you always support the correct principles, you will never get the wrong results. I like this next one. Washington, D.C. is 12 square miles bordered by reality. Ulysses S. Grant. In every battle, there comes a time when both sides consider themselves beaten. Then, when he who continues the attack wins. He also said, labor disgraces no man. Unfortunately, you can occasionally find men who disgrace labor. Rutherford B. Hayes. Every expert was once a beginner. Definitely true. You got to begin. You got to start somewhere, right? He also said, must swear off from swearing. Bad habit. James A. Garfield. Right reason is stronger than force. He also said the president is the last person in the world to know what the people really want and think. That's an interesting thought there. I don't know. What do y'all think about that one? Chester A. Arthur. Be fit for more than the thing you are doing now. Let everyone know that you have a reserve in yourself, that you have more power than you are using now. If you are not too large for the place you occupy, you are too small for it. He also said, I may be the president of the United States, but my private life is nobody's business. All right, Grover Cleveland. All right, Grover Cleveland said, it's better to be defeated by standing up for high principle than run by committing supervision. Oh my goodness, I cannot say words. He also said the United States is not a nation to which peace is a necessity. Benjamin Harris, great lives never go out, they go on. He said we Americans have no commission from God to police the world. William McKinley, in the time of darkest defeat, victory may be nearest. War should never be entered upon until every agency of peace has failed. Again, these are different quotes from. I started at George Washington. I'm going all the way to now. Theodore Roosevelt, Teddy, if you could kick the person in the pants responsible for most of your trouble, you wouldn't sit in a month. Some men can live up to their loftiest ideals without ever going higher than a basement. William Howard Taft. We must dare to be great, and we must realize that greatness is the fruit of toil and sacrifice and high courage. He also said, politics make me sick. Woodrow Wilson. The object of love is to serve, not win. That's a powerful one right there. If you think too much about being reelected, it is very difficult to be worth reelecting. Warren G. Harding. There's good in everyone. Boast, don't knock. He also said, I am not fit for the office and I've been here. Calvin Coolidge. If you see 10 trolls coming down the road, you can be sure that 9 will run into the ditch before they reach you. Oh, man. These are some pretty good ones. Every president that's been in there has got to be pretty smart. They're smarter than me. I couldn't get in there. Calvin Coolidge also said, I've noticed that nothing I never said ever did me any harm. Herbert Hoover. Be patient and calm. No one can catch a fish with anger. He also said, "Blessed are the young, for they should inherit the national debt." Franklin D. Roosevelt, "Men are not prisoners of fate, but only prisoners of their own minds." He also said, "In politics, accident. If it happened, you can bet it was planned this way." Harry S. Truman, "It is amazing that you can accomplish what you can accomplish if you do not care who gets the credit." It's pretty good. It's a good idea for a leader. You know, if you've seen all the leadership books, is you take all the credit when something goes bad and you goes good. Truman also said, "You want a friend in Washington? Get a dog." Dwight D. Eisenhower, "Pessimism never won any battle." And he said, "Oh, that lovely title, ex-president." John F. Kennedy, "Efforts and courage are not enough without purpose and direction." He also said, "You know nothing for sure except for the fact that you know nothing for sure." Lyndon B. Johnson, "Yesterday is not ours to recover, but tomorrow is ours to win or lose." He also said, "Every man has a right to a Saturday night bath." All right, Richard M. Nixon, "Remember, always give your best. Never get discouraged. Never be petty. Always remember, others may hate you, but those who hate you didn't win unless you hate them, and then you destroy yourself." He also said, "I am not a crook." Gerald R. Ford, "Never be satisfied with less than your best effort. If you strive for the top and miss, you'll still beat." He also said, "I know I am because I am hitting fewer spectators." Jimmy Carter, "You can do what you have to do, and sometimes you can do it even better than you think you can." Also said, "Whatever starts in California, unfortunately, has an inclination to spread." Ronald Reagan, "Heroes may not be braver than anybody else. They're just braver 5 minutes longer." He also said, "My fellow Americans, I'm pleased to announce that I have signed legislation outlawing the Soviet Union. We begin bombing in 5 minutes." George H.W. Bush, "No problem of human making is too great to be overcome by human ingenuity, human energy, and the untiring hope of the human spirit." Same guy. Bush also said this, "I do not like broccoli, and I haven't liked it since I was a little kid, and my mother made me eat it. I'm the president of the United States, and I'm not going to eat any more broccoli." Bill Clinton, "If you live long enough, you'll make mistakes. But if you learn from them, you'll be a better person. It's how you handle adversity, not how it affects you. The main thing is never quit, never quit, never quit." He also said, "It depends on what the meaning of the word is." George W. Bush, "A leadership is someone who brings people together." He also said, "Our enemies are innovative and resourceful, and so are we. They never stop thinking about new ways to harm our country and our people, and neither do we." Barack Obama, "Change will not come. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek." He'll say, "Why can't I just eat my waffle?" Our last couple here, Donald Trump, "Without passion, you don't have energy. Without energy, you have nothing." He also said, "I am the Ernest Hemingway of 140 characters." Last but not least, Joe Biden said, "Don't tell me what you value. Show me your budget, and I'll tell you what you value." And he also said, "If I don't run for president, we'll all be okay." Well, those are two quotes from every president that we've had. Some of them are really inspirational. Some of them probably get it done without, and some of them are pretty funny. But I wanted to share that since today is the voting day. Today is election day. Make sure you get out and vote. Also, please follow, like, share, all the fun stuff. Let me know anything else you want me to bring up or read as well. So have a great rest of the day and enjoy working for the rest of the day.